I'm mad. I'm mad, y'all. I'm mad. As we listen to this Fuss and Codes, I got some talk to talk. I'm mad. I'm mad, Cowboys fans. I am mad. All week, y'all kind of wanted to sit back and just take everything in. It must have said 10:15. It must have meant 10:15. Um, Central, but it's 10:15 Eastern. Sorry about that, Joe Martinez. What's up, y'all? I'm mad, man. I'm very mad. All week I've heard a lot. Let's listen to a little fuss and codes for a second. Oh, the date. I don't know. My bad, y'all. I must have messed that up. But we here right now, Joe. What's up? Yeah. Uh, yeah. On your way to hey, this is Fuss and Codes. This project is out. Song is called Michelin Man. But I'm mad. Cowboys fans, how we doing? I know that I always start off my streams with a little fuss and codes. That's the music that I make. I appreciate you guys for always supporting. I'm mad. I am mad. I'm fired up. I got DeMarcus Lawrence energy. You know, all week I've heard Dallas doesn't have a good offense. And we're going to get to, we got time. You know, and life is good. I like what Austin is saying, man. Um, I love what you're saying, Austin. Life is good, man. I'm not mad, but I'm football mad. I'm football mad, y'all. Dallas doesn't have a good offense. This defense won't be able to do enough. What else have y'all heard? Jalen Hurts is an MVP candidate. Okay. What else? Tell me something else, y'all. Come on. What else have y'all heard all week? Let's go. I was fighting Cowboys fans on Twitter. I'm fighting Cowboys fans on Twitter. PFF representatives. I don't know these people. I just watch football. My problem with PFF is in the advanced stats, and the problem with that is nobody takes into account game plan, or maybe Dallas's game plan was not to throw the ball as much while Cooper rushes in the game because we know what type of defense we have. Maybe Dallas's game plan is to, hey, we'll punt here because maybe Mike McCarthy went into Kellen Moore's office and said, hey, you don't have the same quarterback that you had. Let's take a punt here. It's okay. Let's be safe. Let's be smart. Our defense is going to put us in positions. We will, we will play ball control and we'll win games. I also was told that the minute that Dak Prescott went down versus the Bucs, the season was over. I was told that. I was told that. And so I'm mad because You came out week 2, you weren't supposed to win that game. All Cooper Rush did was beat Cincinnati. And no, if Dak Prescott is healthy, he's the quarterback. We're not going to do that over here on this channel. But all Cooper Rush did was beat Cincinnati. Okay? Then all Cooper Rush did was beat the Commanders. Then all Cooper Rush did was beat the Giants. Then all Cooper Rush did was be a Super Bowl champion. Now, every week, because we know football, we say, the Giants have a weakness. The Rams have a weakness. The Commanders have a weakness. The Bengals have a weakness. And this defense is playing outstanding. Outstanding. They are. But I think it's very lazy to, and shout out for this super chat. We got time today, Austin. Shout out to you, Austin. Let's keep the super chats rolling, y'all. I appreciate y'all, man, because I had a long week of work. You know, a brother be hustling, but we're gonna talk this talk tonight. And we're gonna get to how we can attack Jalen Hurts on defense, because I saw some things in that Arizona game, y'all. I saw stretches of that Commanders game where this is, supposed to be Jalen Hurts, the second coming of John Elway. And I'm just like, okay. I saw the Lions run right at this great Philly defense. They got some good players over there. But I saw the Lions run right at them. Just run at them. DeAndre Swift just go crazy. And shout out to you, Austin. I saw that. But now Dallas doesn't stand a chance. We don't stand a chance. Don't stand a chance. And so to me, and thank you, Austin, for that super chat. To me, it's just been very lazy arguments, and people aren't digging deep. And it's, I saw and went back and watched the film, and I'm watching A.J. Brown not get targets in the second half. I'm watching Arizona kind of show some different looks to Hurts that kind of stymie him. After that first half, Philly didn't move the ball at will like everybody thinks. And Arizona is not this Cowboys defense. I also think that Cliff Kingsbury, and for some of the reasons why I had questions about him as a head coach play caller, I think that he has no rhythm to his offense whatsoever. Like there's no rhyme or reason for anything that he's doing. I can't say that about Dallas right now. They're running the ball and they're max protect, and they're taking shots. And is it always pretty? Nope. But I also know that when Dallas needed a drive, when Cooper Cup, try imagine saying that, y'all, after Cooper Rush and Cooper Cup. When Cooper Cup runs away from Trevon Diggs, and Diggs will have a good game this week. He will. What does Dallas do? The very next drive? Go on a big drive. Figure it out in the run game. Do some things in the run game. Go on a big drive. And so, of course, the argument is Dallas can't stop the run. Okay. Of course, the argument is Dallas can't do enough on offense. Okay. Michael Gallup is back. He's getting his legs under him, his sea legs under him. Like, I just see a lot of lazy arguments, y'all. And so that's why I'm mad. I'm mad. And then advanced stats tell me, advanced stats tell me this offense their ranking is just terrible. But what about the Cowboys in the front office and Mike McCarthy saying, no, we want to play a certain way. We're not, you guys got to remember, like, and this was my rant on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter, by the way, @FootsTheKing. Y'all know I talk back. If we're going to have good educated football talks, I talk back. My rant on Twitter was, You led the league in every major statistical, offensive, you name it. Dallas led the league in the last year. 3 weapons that were just flat out dogs. Cooper, Mari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup. You had it all. And when Gallup went down, you had Cedric Wilson. You had it all. You had guys who could do. But the problem was when you played a team like San Francisco and you had to punch them in the mouth, could you? You got punched in the mouth. I hate to tell y'all this. Dallas is going to lean on Philly this week. Two-headed monster and Zeke and Tony. Dallas is going to lean on Philly this week. Yes, they are. I think Dallas has gotten to a place of discipline in their play calling offensively. And we're going to get to the defense because I think that Dallas can attack this defense in certain ways and looks. Did you guys know that Jalen Hurts against the blitz, his yards per carry, or his EPA or his yards per pass or something, whatever it is, it's like 25th in the league. When he can sit back there and you rush 4 and there's no pressure, he's like 5th. And it's very early. Interesting. What can the Cowboys do that a lot of teams can't? Rush with 4. Interesting. And get home with 4. Malata's back. Good. Lane Johnson hasn't given up a sack in whatever that is. Good. Okay. Lane Johnson hasn't played he hasn't consistently played Micah Parsons. Is Kelsey going to play this game? Is Kelsey hurt? Because Dan Quinn will line Micah Parsons up over a center. You guys get what I'm getting to, but we'll get there. My initial rant was I think it's a very lazy argument to say that this offense is flat out bad. I think you started the year off with no Michael Gallup and you ran into, let's just say it was an ugly first game. And your quarterback is hurt and you haven't seen what this offense can truly be and what it needs to look like. So, when it comes to what the Cowboys want to be, why do we need to have an amazing, amazing offense? You need to have an offense that functions, that can do what it wants to do when it wants to do it. Like, we got to realize something. Throwing the ball all over the yard doesn't necessarily mean that the offense is great or that the offense can lean on you, that the offense can lean on teams. It doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that, the way that this offensive line is moving people, do you want a team that's just going to throw? Because what this defense is making Kellen Moore do, what Mike McCarthy is making Kellen Moore do, is making him coach. And I love it because Kellen Moore is becoming a better offensive play caller. Kellen Moore has to coach. Can y'all believe that? He has to design inside run game. He has to design pin pull. He has to get downhill. He has to do all these things. Because you got to squeak out them dirty yards, them dirty runs. You understand what I'm saying? Albert Smith is spot on, guys. Hit the like button. We're going to talk that talk tonight. Come on, bring the Eagles fans in here, please. Bring them in here. Attacking Jalen Hurts. Attacking this great Philly offense. I'm almost done with my rant why I was so upset. I think it's a shame that people don't take, they don't take everything into consideration when it comes to camaraderie, when it comes to cohesiveness, when it comes to, hey, Mike McCarthy, year one, 6-10, fired Mike Nolan, brought in guys in his system. Mike McCarthy is the most unselfish head coach in the NFL. Will never get any credit for anything that he's done. But all he's done is hold the ship together. All he's done is, hey, Dak Prescott is out and Dallas hasn't lost a game. And that's not because Cooper Rush is a better quarterback than Dak Prescott. I will never say that. But I think that Mike McCarthy deserves some credit for having his guys ready to go. Does he? Does Mike McCarthy deserve any credit? These are the things that I'm considering on Sunday night. Mike McCarthy will have a game plan for how to attack these guys. I'm almost done with my offensive rap. Is Bradbury that good? The corner, Bradbury. James Bradbury. Is he really that good? Like, is he just a dog? The same one who out of Carolina, out of New York. Same one who I saw CeeDee Lamb run right past. Is he that good, y'all? Oh, okay. All right. I'm just making sure. I like Darius Slay. I wonder why the Saints didn't want Chauncey Gardner, somebody who I liked and followed out of Florida. Why isn't he with the Saints? The Saints, good defense. They know who they are. Why don't the Saints want him? Okay. Oh. Eagles linebackers that good? Are they great? Okay. But apparently I've been told that this Cowboys offense has no shot to move the ball. No shot whatsoever. Just won't move the ball. Michael Gallup just isn't good enough. CeeDee Lamb just isn't good enough. CeeDee Lamb, who, by the way, has more yards than Amari Cooper. The same Amari Cooper, who Cowboys fans told me that we had to have to win games. These receivers stink. This front office stinks. And oh, by the way, your front office right now is having the very last laugh because they lost their quarterback, and I wouldn't say they haven't missed a beat, but they're winning games. And I thought that was what you were supposed to do in the NFL. I thought you were supposed to win games in the NFL. Like, all the scheme, all that talk is really good. Like, nobody loves scheme more than me. But like, you're supposed to win games, and the Cowboys have won games. And I know I'm all over the place because I'm mad. I'm gonna keep saying that I'm mad because nobody's taking into consideration the football side of football. What do I mean? The culture, the next man up, the depth. People got to realize just how deep this defensive line is. Tristan Hill, Osa, Neville, Sam Williams. Like, come on, y'all. Come on now. Come on. I want people to understand my Amari Cooper deal. Amari Cooper is not a Cowboy anymore because you guys realize just how many people we're going to have to pay here shortly. Love the guy. But you had him last year. You had Gallup. And I just don't feel like the offense, when you needed it to be locked in, I just don't feel like it flowed how it should have. I don't. Oh, Jim, we're going to get to this defense. But my Cowboys offensive rant is, I think Terrence Steele is a great run blocker. I think you'll be able to run the ball. I think Zach Martin looked like an all-pro last week against I'm not going to say that the Rams still have good players on that defensive line. They do. They do. I think Tyler Smith got taken to school, and that happens. But I also think that Tyler Smith is a really good player. I think that Jason Peters, when is in there and he's healthy and he someone knows what he's doing, is a really good guard. He can help you. I think the McGovern played good. McGovern played really good against Donald. Watching the film, watching all 22, he played really decent. This is a good point, Dwayne. I like this. And Dwayne, we'll get to this. Oh yeah, we'll get to Nick Sirianni. You can just tell by his demeanor, he's just overthinking this. You just got Mike. You just, burly dude. Mike McCarthy, Wisconsin. Where's Mike McCarthy originally from? He always talking about, I go home to Wisconsin. Just he might go home and chop some wood. He ain't worried about it. Mike just go, hey y'all, this is what we're gonna do. I've been here before. This is how we're gonna game plan this thing up. That's Mike's mentality. Hey, get a lift. I love the way Mike talks after the game. Hey, just get your lift. You guys are off on Monday. Come lock back in. Mike's from Pittsburgh. There you go. I knew it. I knew Mike was from a gritty city, dog. You could just tell. Thank you, Marquise. Mike is from Pittsburgh. Exactly. Like them jokers from Pittsburgh, they just ain't tripping. You know what I mean? Like you ever met somebody from Pittsburgh? They just gritty. You know what I mean? Just gritty. Like that's what you need in a head coach. But we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. We don't. Mike McCarthy, he'll get all the blame, but nobody will ever talk about how good he's done this year. Nobody will ever talk about that. Who can we get it? Can we get some round of applause in the chat, please? Clap emoji for Mike McCarthy. Like, come on, man. Come on. I love that's facts, Chris Johnson. Like he gonna have Philly dialed in. Excuse me, right here. I like that too, Dwayne. Thank you. He gonna have Philly dialed in. Yes. Mike has done a great job. We screamed Dan Quinn. Who hired him? Fired his buddy, Mike Nolan. You're not good enough. Who hired him? Dan Quinn. Come on now. Mike did. We got to get this defense turned around. We know how to draft. We know how to draft, right? We know how to draft. We can get you the pieces. Can you make it work? And what did he do with Micah Parsons? Somebody who's playing some off-ball linebacker and blitzing. He puts his hand in the dirt, and he's an all-pro DN. He can still play off-ball. There was reps last week when you watch the film where they're shading their protection to Micah Parsons, and he drops in coverage. And that's what Dallas can do to Philly. And let's get to talking about how this Dallas defense will stymie this Philly offense. There's one way that I think that Philly can really keep Dallas off balance, and that's staying disciplined to running the football. However, when I watched Philly versus Arizona, play calling got stale. A.J. Brown ended up with 3 carries. Hold on, I gotta stop this. Whoa. Slay, is it Slay Easy? He said he jammed and listened to some Roy Ayers. I like you, Holmes. Roy Ayers, come on, man. I'm a huge Roy Ayers fan. Good vibe. Hold on. Don't ever. Hold on now. You don't play with me like that. I got Roy Ayers, baby. He's staying it. Come on now. Come on. He's in there. Come on, man. What we talking about? What are we talking about now? Come on, man. Come on, man. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Good vibrations. Come on, man. Everybody loves the sun. What you listen to? What Roy are you listening to? That's what we need to know. You listening to the essentials. What we doing? It's Friday now. Come on. Sweet butterfly up in the sky. I got a story to tell. Come on. Hey, Cowboys fans with that swag. What we talking about? Dun, 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 dun. All right, April right. April's right. Don't distract me with music. She's right. She's right. She's right. She's right. She's right. She's right. Slay easy. I like you, Holmes. All right. But no, in all seriousness, guys, when it comes to this weekend's matchup, two things that I'm watching that, I come with. Now we're going to really get into this bag. Two things that I'm watching. I'm always looking at quarterbacks who take whole shots. What do I mean? When you looked at what Philly did last week, I watched the game 3 times. I read a bunch of stuff. I went and I don't do me personally, I don't do um I do advanced stats, but I just like to keep it. What do my eyes tell me? What is the flow of the game doing? What are people trying to attack? And what I noticed was Philly still in their play calling still doesn't trust Jalen Hurts all game to make full field reads. And it's not me just saying this, it's them basically telling you by they ran 14 screens yesterday. Excuse me, last week. 14 screens. Quick game, edge throws, ball out your hands, whole shots was very little. Um, he had a few throws over the middle of the field, but it's just not what he really wants to do. What do they want to do? They want to get the ball to their guys in space. I think that's a terrible game plan against the Cowboys because of our team speed. You can play a guy like Donald down around the box. He can run, and he's going to go and fly around and make tackles. Somebody said it. You can't miss tackles. I don't think the Dallas misses tackles. Like, I don't. I think that we come to balance well. I think that we are in position. Now, last week you got caught against a good Rams team. And I don't think that the Rams are a bad team. Like, I don't. We're not gonna do that. This is interesting. We'll talk about that. We're not gonna sit here and act like the Rams are bad because Dallas beat them. No, the Rams are good. Like, Matt Stafford will work a pocket. He's not trying to run. And those are the quarterbacks to me that have always been dangerous because those guys that step up in the pocket, change coverage angles, can take whole shots. He had that one at Tutu Atwell. That was a great throw. And that was the one of those reps where I said, okay, Dallas was out of position. And it wasn't on Diggs. That really was on Malik Hooker. You run those cover 3 structures, that's what'll happen. So okay, so it's sleazy. Okay, cool. That's what'll happen. But I just don't see Hurts. Like, that's not their offense. And I just don't see them stressing Dallas out in that way. I could be wrong. Am I wrong, y'all? Talk to me. Now, Quez Watkins is a burner. Devontae Smith, great route runner, has speed. But the matchup that I want to get to really is A.J. Brown and Trevon Diggs. I think you take A.J. Brown out the game. I think you limit Hurts as a runner. And I think that what Dallas did so well against the Rams was play around with their pre-snap information. Like Dallas this year is running a lot of cover two and a lot of man. But what they're doing is they're playing around with the pre-snap information that they're giving you. So you see guys on rushing downs, you see guys standing up, you see guys acting like they're blitzing, you see guys walking down, and then next thing you know, you see Micah Parsons running down the middle of the field in a Tampa 2 look. It's cover two, it's not man. But pre-snap, it looks like a man structure. That's what's making Dan Quinn. I tweeted this today, and Nate Tice did a great breakdown on that. That's what's making this defense even more fun. Is how the Cowboys are taking away what information teams have pre-snap wise. And oh, by the way, if you want to shade your coverage, if you want to shade your protection of Michael Parsons, there is Sam Williams coming. There is Dorrance Armstrong coming. Remember the depth that I spoke about earlier? There is DeMarcus Lawrence, who always plays big in these type of games. These guys are coming. You match up on the edge. Like, as much as I like Devontae Smith, I'm fine with Anthony Brown on him. Not a margarita, Moscow Mule. And I don't drink, but a little nectar. Friday night vibes. I'm fine with Anthony Brown, y'all. To me, what the Cowboys have to do is limit Jalen Hurts, limit the information you give him pre-snap. Show a look, get out of it. He beats you like that, cool. I'm playing a lot of man. I'll make it look like zone. I'll make it look like we bail, and I'll make it look like cover two. But I want to make Jalen Hurts be great here and be great over the middle of the field. He going to have to show me that he can make every whole throw in the world. I'm taking away the edge. I'm taking away quick game. If he can make every throw, he deserves it. I think that A.J. Brown is going to be seatbelted because not only did he disappear last week, but I just think that the Cardinals don't have a cornerback like Trevon Diggs. Long, feisty, great with his hands, great with his punch. To me, I just think that we're a bad matchup for the Eagles. I could be completely wrong. But I just think that we're a bad matchup for the Eagles. Now, if you're going to tell me that Philly is going to come out here and their offensive coordinator, what's their offensive coordinator's name? Is it Gannon? I think is Gannon the DC? If you're going to tell me that Philly is going to come out here, I believe it's Gannon. I think he's the OC. Anyway, when I watched them against Arizona, it just got stale at times. It reminded me a lot of how Kellen Moore used to call plays last year. Okay, so yeah, that's right. Gannon is the DC. He also does some goofy things as a defensive coordinator as well. Last game reminded me a lot of how Kellen Moore used to just get out of rhythm as an OC. And this will sound crazy, but you can be in rhythm even when you're punting the ball because you have a game plan. You know what you're trying to do. You know what, Jim? People don't talk about this, but I'm going to say this. Philly beating the Jags in a rainstorm, they don't get kudos for that, bro. Like, they don't. Philly getting after the Commanders, I don't get kudos for that with their offense. I'm gonna tell you this, if Dak was playing this game, for sure win. And y'all know I'm critical of 4, but I just know that we would be able to do enough. And I think that I'm gonna tell you this. I think that Cooper Rush. I think that another week of Gallup, Dallas is going to play action, max protect, hold shots. That's what Cooper Rush does well. Cooper Rush actually has a nice deep ball. Like I feel good as he gets better. The amount of confidence that he's growing. But back to the defensive side of the ball, I just think that like, let me ask y'all this: how good is to y'all is Lane Johnson? Like, how good is Lane Johnson? Can he block Michael Parsons all game? I do believe that Lane Johnson is good. I'm not gonna troll him. But can he block 11 all game? Will they have 11 rush all game? That's another question. We'll talk about it. I think that's the answer. Healthy, I don't think there's a player in the league who could block 11 all game. My lot is interesting because I actually, he's a big guy, 6'8". So I think that rushers like Micah give him issues. Now, what you got to worry about with now, here's now, this is where we really get into this is where it gets interesting. With Hurts, you got to watch him sneaking out the back door, but I kind of want him worried about the rush because his eyes drop and he'll just take off and run. When he started worrying about the rush against Arizona, the offense just looked different. No rhythm, no flow. That's why they only got 3 points in the third quarter, and the game was, they put up 20 points on that Arizona team. In Arizona, if we being honest, y'all, like if we're being honest, there's no way Arizona should miss that field goal. No way. Like, we don't know if they go into overtime and win that game. There's no way there's no way the Arizona Cardinals should have missed that field goal. Are we being honest? Are we talking on honesty tonight? There's no way the Cardinals should have missed that field goal. I like Philly. I do. But I also just sit back and say to myself, like, man, I just think Dallas has a better roster. I sit back and say to myself, this team has now become, dare I say, a powerhouse. Think about how many players we have in waiting. Dallas has a better roster, guys. They do. It's gonna be a fun game. Let me get up and use the restroom real quick. Let's talk our talk. Warriors restroom break. I'm searching. the end of the day, y'all, I'm searching for answers, man. Because we I ain't listen, I ain't gonna lie. Man, mm, we got answers. Like we got answers in the cut. Yeah. I hope I don't get flagged. You're right about that, Sleazy. You're right, man, because hope they don't get me for copyright. YouTube don't be playing about that. But anyway, we got answers in the cut, y'all. And I think that mm, I think that we'll be fine. Yeah, 6-point favorites for Philly is crazy. Um, but it's Vegas, and I think they're trying to get, Vegas will get you like that. Um, Dallas would definitely cover that with ease, and then us getting blown out, you could just forget that. And I just think that Dallas has a better roster. I think that Dallas has gelled more. I think the system is really um starting to lock in. I think the players have been locked in. And me personally, I just believe that we have a better team. I think that Philly knows it. It's one of those things where it's like, I don't think the Eagles think they could beat us. You know, I really believe that. I don't think the Eagles think they could beat us. You know, you know, I when I look at guys like, the one that I really want to attack on this defense, excuse me, on this offense, I want to look at Landon Dickerson now. And I don't know if he's going to I don't know how good is Landon Dickerson. I really want to attack him. Watching film, I saw some things. Um, I don't know if Jason Kelsey is healthy. Um, you know, I don't know if Jason healthy. If Jason Kelsey doesn't play, that's going to be very interesting. Um, we know they want to push the ball to Dallas Goddard, who's turned into a really nice player. Goddard has turned into a really, really nice player. That being said, I just think that we have answers for players like Goddard, Ron Curse. Answers. Answers. And so to me, answers. That's what I mean by we match up. Bland. Let's talk about Bland. Is Bland a better player than Jordan Lewis right now? He got beat. He also caught the interception. Is Bland a better player than Jordan Lewis? I think that he may be a little more gritty right now than Jordan Lewis. But I don't want to just throw Jordan Lewis to the wolves because Jordan Lewis is also a good player. He's giving you a lot of quality reps. He's giving you a lot of quality minutes. But Bland has just got a different grit about him that, yes, I do like that. I do like his grit. I do. So we'll see. You know, um, we will see. It's one of them things that I was mad because I don't like the way that the Cowboys are being portrayed as a team that is only winning because of their defense, because that's just not fair. What's happening is Kellen Moore had to look himself in the mirror and say, I just don't have to mess this up. But there are a lot of offenses that mess things up for their defense. I truthfully believe that. I truthfully believe that. that a lot of offenses don't know how to. It's such a pass happy league. Let's talk about the league for a second. It's such a pass happy league that even when a team gets under center like the Cowboys does, it does something to your run game. The old saying, I listen to a lot of coaching clinics, and the old saying is, so much shotgun and so much inside zone kind of makes your O line soft. Think about that. They're always catching. They're never plus one in the run game. They're not really running duo, you know. And it's gonna be Tony Romo was talking about duo, and I love that concept. We just double into the back or play side, and it looks kind of like outside or inside zone, but it's not. But think about what football is now. Football is throw the ball all over the yard. Football is 7-on-7, right? So when you have a team like the Cowboys who are going to line up in big personnel, 12 personnel, and all these different personnel packages, 22, 23, whatever they're doing, and you have a team that is not afraid to say, no, we'll get dirty. We'll roll our sleeves up this game. We have Tyler Smith on the edge. We have Terrence Steele on the edge. I don't think that that's a bad offense. It's just a different style. I'll tell y'all this, when Dak comes back, I think there needs to be more of the same. Now, you can open it up, and I think that Dak is a better player. He's a better decision maker, but it needs to be the same philosophy because this is what makes your team a mauling team. This is what turns you into that, kind of like what the 49ers were last year. I never forget going into that game. I said, I love the Cowboys, but I do believe that the 49ers are more physical. And sometimes people don't understand what that means, that P word, physical. Foots, what does physical mean? Physical means they're going to punch you in the mouth from the beginning of the first quarter to the fourth quarter. Physical. You're getting some of that with this Cowboys offense. And a lot of you want to trade that in for stats. And we were the first ranked offense last year. Who cares? Like, that's great. It didn't win you anything. Come on, man. Friday night vibes. I'm just feeling good, man. I work hard. I work out hard all week. Drink me a little nectar. The point is, guys, I really do believe that Dallas it can out physical this team. I like what Crypto Keeper is talking about. I do believe that Dallas can out physical this team. I think that's how you have to play football. Not even with having a backup. You know what made the Titans such a tough out in the playoffs? I know what made the Titans such a tough out in the playoffs. And obviously the Bengals were able to win that game, but what I mean? They're just a physical team. They're just a gritty team. It's gritty. They just get downhill, run the ball. I think it still can be done in today's NFL. Who's coaching your line? Who's coaching the schemes? Who's asking, who's doing what? I think it can be done. So it'll be interesting, man. Vrabel is a very good coach, Jamie. He is. But, I I look at it and I say to myself, I was upset. I talked to y'all for this last hour, and I just believe, man, like, listen, Dallas goes into this game offensively, takes the dirty runs, 2 yards, 3 yards, boom. Tony pops one. Dallas goes into this game defensively. Get after the quarterback, tackle. Play the run on the way to the quarterback. Play the run on the way to the quarterback. I think if the Cowboys are able to do that, they have more than, I think they're favored to win this game if they're able to play the run on the way to the quarterback, because that to me is the only way that Philly can beat us is if they're disciplined within their run game. I think if they come out and they try to throw the ball over the yard and they're dropping back a bunch of times, I just think that's a game that Dallas wants to play because they can just continue to get after the quarterback. They can send waves of pass rush. Anthony Barr, Dorrance Armstrong. Osa has great pass rush moves, right? Obviously, Micah. Obviously, DeMarcus Lawrence. Waves, waves, waves. Donovan Wilson is a great blitzer. Waves, waves, waves. Waves. Y'all tell me. Fowler. Come on, man. Hey, man, come on. Fowler. Come on now. Front office. Cheap free agent. Looking like what Randy Gregory gave you. You about to break what Randy Gregory gave you last year. Come on. Randy who? Like, let's be honest, y'all. You start getting after these dudes, they start making mistakes. But I love Mike McCarthy. He said early on in his career, his thing was getting too high and too low. One thing I know for sure, Mike not worried about it. He gonna game plan. He gonna have the kids back. The coaches back. Hey, run your show, Keller. Run your show, Dan. I think it's gonna be an interesting game, but I do have the Cowboys winning, and I won't act surprised when they do. I don't believe in Jalen Hurts as this MVP candidate. I don't see him being, what everybody has made him out to be now. Obviously, Miles Sanders is a great player. All right, he is. Boston Scott, great player. Backup running back, awesome. AJ Brown, great player. Devontae Smith, great players. Just think it's a bad matchup. Like, I just think that the Cowboys have answers. And like when you have answers, you good. So Cows will win. I will see y'all Sunday night. I really wanted to get to this, guys, because let's not mess around with the low hanging fruit. Like I said, Hurts has 4 receiving or 5 receiving touchdowns, one of them that I read. The whole shots really aren't there. I think that when he has information, because they don't do a lot of check with me's at the line. So when he has information, he may know where the ball needs to hit to, but he's not up there killing plays. He's not up there going to other concepts. That's just not his game. That's not what he's doing. I think if Dallas plays around with the information that they give Hurts, they'll be fine. Offensively, run the football, take shots. They'll be fine. The Cowboys win 24-10. I just think the defense, the oldest adage in the book is defense wins football games. It wins championships. It wins all that. 24-13, 24-10, whatever you want to call it. The Cows will win. As always, thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing. If y'all want to get any last minute questions in, any super chats, let me know. If not, let me be. Let me be. It's your boy Foots. Guys, can you guys make sure that you all share these videos, share them around, show love, all that type of stuff. Talk our talk. I just feel really good about this game. I do. Make Hurts, make those over the middle of the field. Like I say, if you want to keep a spy on him, cool. But even in that, make him make whole shot throws. I don't think that Jalen Hurts can do it consistently. I'm not saying that he will never be able to, but I don't think that he could do it consistently. And I'm betting on my Cowboys defense every time. It's your boy Foots at Foots the King on Twitter. Peace.